Welcome to this webinar. My name is Jake and I'm just going to take you through the basics of learning how to use GraphicMail. What we're going to do in this webinar is we're going to cover selecting a template. We're also going to select and save your spreadsheet. Also import your mailing list. Then we're going to edit the template and send an email out to your mailing list. And finally, we're just going to review the reports and statistics of a campaign. So to start off with, all we need to do to select the template is just to go to Advanced Mail, which is this home screen that you can see here. We need to click on Newsletter on the left-hand side and Create from Template. Now within this, we're going to use a 2011 editor. So all we need to do in this section is, as it states, is just newsletter name. So we're just going to put test newsletter. We want to select it to be stored in the templates folder, so we can leave that blank. And then finally we'll click next. Now what we'll see here is it will give us the option to select one of the 3 templates that are in the account. As you can see, there's many different templates. You can preview them, you can scroll through the different ones that are available. There's also categories on the left hand side which you can use, such as industry specific. This just allows you to select one of the newsletters that you would like the look of, and obviously you can just place your own images and text into there. So for this one, we're just going to preview this bottom one here. For this instance, I like the look of it, so we're just going to click select, and what that'll do is it'll take us into the editor to allow us to edit this template. Okay, so what you'll see here is this is the 2011 editor. You've got a number of tabs on the left-hand side which allow you to do different options within the editor. We'll go into a bit more detail of that later on within this webinar. But for now, all we're going to do is we're just going to save this. So you can either click Save, which will save the template and allow you to still edit the template, or you can click Done, which is what we're going to do. This will save the newsletter and then exit to the home screen. So while that's saving, the next step is going to be to view your Excel spreadsheet. So we're just opening this Excel spreadsheet up now. As you can see, this is the mailing list that I want to import. So we've got email addresses on the left hand side, so the left column, and then we've got first name. Now this stage is very important, so any data that you want to use within your newsletter, such as first name or surname or even a product, you can place that in personalization. So you can essentially speak to the recipients and say, we noticed that you bought this last time, and then obviously name the product that they've bought. We may think you would like, and then obviously you can go into the newsletter that you're going to create then. So once you're happy with the email addresses and the different fields that you want to import, all you need to do is go to Start and then Save As. What we're going to do here is we're just going to give it a simple name, so we give it example_list. It's important to try and keep the file name without any spaces within it. And then what we're doing here is going to save it. You've got a number of options here which the system will take, but the one that is most convenient is the CSV, comma delimited. If you use that, the system will upload it instantly without any issues. So what we do is just save it. We're going to save over the one that I've got, and then we can just close this down. So I'll ask you to save it again to make sure that it's saved, and again it's closed. So now we need to import that mailing list. But first, what we need to do is create a mailing list for it to go into. So what we're going to do is we're going to go click on List and Contacts on the left-hand side, and then Manage. This section will allow us to create a mailing list. So as you can see here, we've got Add New Mailing List, which is just the first green circle. So we're going to click that, and on the right-hand side, we've got the new mailing list that we can call it. So we're just going to call it New Mailing List. Now you'll see what I'm highlighting here. It's just an option to display the mailing list on your subscription form. This is quite important, obviously, if you want to show it on your subscription form to allow new subscribers to subscribe to this mailing list that you're going to create. Then you would want to tick that, and it will go on your subscription form. For this instance, we don't need that, so all we're going to do is click Save. You see an option at the top where it says the new mailing list is successfully created, and also we can see it there in the view within the lists that it's been created. So what we do now is, what we're going to do is we're going to import the mailing list. So we click on List and Contacts and then Import. You've got import settings which you can expand. What this will do is it will allow you to select the mailing list and the data set, and also the phone list if you've got mobile numbers in there. You can have it to always select one, or you can have it to always go into a specific mailing list or data set. I would advise that you just keep it to always ask, just to make sure that you're not going to import it into any other mailing list in an error. Just beneath that, you've got import mode. So what this allows you to do is have it add an update. So we'll add any new contacts into that mailing list, and it will update any data regarding any email addresses that you've got in there. You also have update only and then add only. What we're going to use is add an update. All we need to do now is just apply the changes. Again, at the top you'll see a message box just to say that your changes have been saved, and we can just continue to browse. So we're just going to look for the file that we want to upload. So we're looking for the CSV file, which is just this one here. Again, we just need to select the mailing list. So we're selecting the new mailing list that we created, and then the contacts data set, which is just as standard. We need a tick to certify that the list has been opted. So basically that means that the contacts that you're importing, they know that you're going to send to them, and you have their permission. Once you're happy, just click Continue. So you can see it's just going to upload it very quickly. And here, we just need to map the columns. It's already noticed that we've got email addresses in this column, so that's already selected within this drop-down menu, and also it's selected on the left-hand side to say we want to import that. What we need to do now is just select first name for that field, and we need to tick it to say that we want to import that as well. So we just click Continue, and this will show you, as you can see, just in the preview screen. So we've got email addresses in one column and then first name in the other. If you need to change the columns, you can use the buttons presented there to change the column mappings, or you can just click Finish. As ours are okay, we're just going to click Finish. Again, you get a message box at the top saying that it's successfully imported, and also you get a little itinerary of what's been imported, such as 20 records and 20 email addresses. You've got 3 buttons here: Manage Contacts, Import Another File, and Back to Dashboard. We just want to manage the contacts because we want to see that it's imported correctly. So it's just going to take us to this section here. If you didn't want to click on the Manage Contacts, you can just click on List and Contacts on the left-hand side, and then Manage. It takes you to the same place. So as we can see, we've got the new mailing list. It's got 20 records in there, and we've got all of these ones that we've just imported. You can toggle through the email and the name, and also you can click on the individual email addresses, so it shows you the emails and also any additional information that you've imported with them. As that personalization will now work, as we've got the first name, all we need to do is go to the edit section of the newsletter and then insert it that way. To view that section of the video, please look for part 2, and continue this webinar.